Okay, hello guys. Been rushing around a bit today because I just got back from a follow-up in Bristol and now I'm off to do the first session for some customers in Westbury, and we've got quite a lot going on with this little dog. So resource guarding and aggression is the biggie. So we've got a bite history with people, we have got some aggression with just if you stroke him and he decides he doesn't want to be stroked anymore, and then we've got resource guarding of pretty much anything and everything. So we can't take anything off him, whether it's a stolen item or a food chew or, you know, toy. Literally, by the sounds of it, he's just guarding everything. And I wouldn't be surprised if what they're describing with the you know, you're stroking him and then he bites, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a resource guarding thing as well. It seems to have primarily happened when he's been close to his mum, the lady owner. So it may be that he's guarding her, maybe he's guarding the place that he's in, but anyway, whatever's going on here, we've got some quite serious aggression going on, and obviously that is a big no-no and we need to get that sorted. So the priority for today is to make a really good start on resolving this aggression with people. And then on top of that, we have also got dog aggression and reactivity when he is out on a walk, both on and off the lead. Sounds like we've got a bit of a chase drive as well. So yeah, apparently if there's no distractions, he's in a nice private area, then yeah, great recall. But any distractions at all and all of that goes out of the window. And obviously with the dog aggression going on, we can't currently have him off the lead around other dogs. So this is a kind of everything session, really. I think the only thing we haven't got in this is separation anxiety. I think we've got pretty much everything else. What this is telling me is that this dog is very stressed. Yeah, he's living at a very high intensity level. So that's the first priority, is we've got to get those levels down, because we're not going to resolve the aggression without getting those levels down. We're not going to resolve the dog reactivity, and all of this is due to high stress. He's getting scared by everything, by the sounds of it, and then he is using aggression to try and control a scary situation. So yeah, we got to bring his levels down, we've got to raise his confidence, we've got to make him feel safe and secure, and we have got to fundamentally teach him that no matter how you're feeling, you don't use aggression to deal with that. So yeah, I want to, this is a big package, so we've got 6 sessions with this little lad. We're gonna make a big start on these aggression issues, and we will go for a walk, but I don't mind too much if all we do today is lead walking, because we're gonna need to spend a lot of time focusing on leadership and calming him down and teaching him not to be aggressive, basically. So that's the main focus. We can always do recall work and things like that in another session. We've got another 5 after this one, but for this big session I really want to focus very much on the household issues, and also getting him doing some nice heel work and get some neutrality walking past dogs on the lead, because there's no point in even starting recall around other dogs if we can't even have him being okay around other dogs on the lead. So yeah, so I feel like I've just rushed through that. It's because I'm in a rush. I feel like I need to talk quicker, and I don't need to talk quicker. Oh dear, take a chill pill. I need to work on calming myself down today. Anyway, looking forward to this. Should be really interesting, and should be really nice to see him change. She says, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that he will, and we'll have some really good results today. I'm on my own today, as my lovely trainee Hector, who you're used to seeing, is actually shadowing a session with Jake, one of my other trainers. So yeah, so he's off with Jake today, and I'm on my own for this one. So yeah, I'll try and take some decent videos, but it's a bit harder when it's just me, and quite often I forget. So fingers crossed I remember and we at least get a few videos of what's going on, and then I will get back to you after, as usual, and let you know how everything went. Forgot to do a before video, but it was non-stop barking, so this is definitely better.
Hey, come on in.
Right, what would you need to tell people?
Stay at the door, please.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, don't touch.
Ignore him.
Ignore
That's
him.
the word. You used to forget the word ignore.
Ignore. That's the one. Ignore.
Just ignore him. Hello.
Right, turn around, go back to him,
Yeah, go back to him, pick the lead
and
up.
pick the lead up, and put him back behind there a minute.
That's it.
Good. Excellent.
Sit.
Sit.
Just yeah, as long as he's being calm, that is beautiful. Look at that.
That was so much better.
People just couldn't believe it when we started, after a while, started walking out with him. People kept saying, is it the same dog?
He didn't know any better.
We can walk round the block.
Perfect.
Was that alright?
Yeah. If I didn't know better, I'd think that you'd already trained him to do perfect heel work. See, I would have given him a bit of a leave there because he was staring at that bike. Yes. Yeah. Good boy. Yay. So good. Yeah, I know. We're just waiting a minute for the road. But look at his heel work. He's so good. Oh, Reggie. You a new dog already? I know. Do you want to be with me? There we go. That's it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So none of the switching sides that we were having
No,
before.
That's the first time he's attempted that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And straight away, he just came back in line because we didn't give him the option to not do do anything other than come straight back in line. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And look at his tail position's great.
Yeah, it is.
He's happy. He doesn't look stressed. This is really good. You want another wee? So is this not how it normally feels?
No, this is wonderful.
No. Normally pulling in front. He will usually be.
You can't believe it, Sarah.
No.
Honestly, I cannot believe that.
He's a little angel. Look at him. Yeah, you just a good boy. Yes, you are. So good. Good man. Yeah.
Is that Tasman?
Don't let him switch sides. That's it. Good. Yeah, no, that was perfect.
We're all right in the personal.
You shattered, mate. We did some really good work today, didn't we?
That's
Eh?
right. So now we go.
We did some really good work,
We'll
little
take that again
man.
later.
Well, that was just such a lovely session. Bless him. Could tell he was definitely nervous and a bit wary, and I didn't push it with fussing him, but we literally did not have a single bit of aggression really the whole time I was there. So a little bit of barking when we were practicing the door, and certainly when I first walked in, and stupidly forgot to video when I first walked in when he was going absolutely nuts. But other than that, it was just brilliant. We had to do some work obviously with a slip lead. We got his walking absolutely beautiful, considering he was previously on a harness and just pulling and switching sides and barking at cars and people and dogs and just going nuts. And he walked like an absolute angel. Didn't bark at a single thing whilst we were outside. For the resource guarding, we taught him a leave command and an out/back, whatever you want to call it, command, which we did need to use an e-collar for, which is fine. We tried him with a vibrate collar, and he just literally it was as if he wasn't just completely unaware that anything was happening. And with a dog with this level of bite history, where we know that he has bitten quite a few people and badly, he's bitten his owners really badly, we just can't be taking chances and messing about. And we know that it's something that unless we fix it, it's definitely going to happen again, and nothing else is going to work. He's not the sort of dog that you can do swapsies with a treat when he's resource guarding something, because if you come near him, he's going to attack you regardless of whether you've got a treat in your hand. So it's just not worth the risk. And he responded so well to the e-collar conditioning that very, very quickly we just didn't even need it. He just learnt the word leave in a heartbeat, and it's just instantly, yeah, all right, won't touch that, yeah, no problem, won't touch that, yeah, all good. Just happy dog, waggy tail, not interested. I need to listen now when someone tells me to leave something, and it's all good. And my God, it was just it was just wonderful watching him train so quickly, and just to know that this lovely couple can have a risk-free life without having to worry that he's going to attack someone or them any moment of any day, because they just happened to lean over him and he just happened to be guarding something they weren't aware of, or he was guarding the place or whatever. Obviously we're going to do some really good positive association exercises for when we think he might be resource guarding a place, but certainly for things like, you know, if he nicks something and then it's impossible to take it off him because he's going to attack, then the best way to deal with that is to resolve it as quickly as possible by training a leave command that he's always going to listen to. And yeah, it's I mean, he cottoned onto that in like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It was just amazing to watch. And obviously they're going to need to repeat the conditioning and go through all the leadership every day and stick to everything. But I've got really high hopes that this dog is going to be completely different in quite a short space of time from what I've seen. I mean, that was only the first of 6 sessions, and next session we've booked for 2 weeks. I would imagine by then he's going to be so much calmer and so much better that we've got a really good standpoint then for looking at some long line work and some recall work and getting to the point of being able to let him off the lead. And then I really want to start doing some socialization with him, with other dogs, and I just think he's going to have a whole new lease of life and just have such a happier life, and so will his owners. So I was just over the moon with little Reggie today. Really, really lovely session, lovely dog, lovely owners, really, really bright, and I've got really, really high hopes for this dog. And I even was able to fuss him a few times, which is just amazing. And we just didn't see a single growl or teeth raise or anything, which is quite phenomenal with a stranger in the house who was doing a lot of stuff with him. You know, he's had a different lead on, he's had a different collar on, he's, you know, all the sort of stuff that would quite often get him to kick off, and he was just a little angel, bless him. So really delighted with today, and I will obviously do another one of these in 2 weeks when I go back out for the second session, and we'll let you know how everything's going.